Hello.
Hello.
Very sexy hello tonight.
Thank you, because I'm a fucking wreck.
Why are you such a wreck?
Because she's on the show again.
Well, see what happens.
Girl, I've been making you nervous for 20 years, bitch.
That is so true. But I'm only 22.
Well.
So 2 years.
Yes.
Okay.
So, before we get started,
yes.
Could we just
should we introduce you first?
Well, no. Could we just make sure that we hit fucking record first? Because we did this once, but it got lost in internet space.
Yeah, in cyberspace.
Right, you haven't been lost in space.
Oh, honey, I still am.
Yeah, just saying. No, I think everything is good. Yeah, it's good.
And producer Kurt had asked me earlier today, he's like, what's your favorite interview that you have done on He Said, She Said since we started? And that was my favorite, and we can't find it anywhere.
It was good.
Just gone.
It was good.
It was fun
with that. It was
awesome.
Yeah. We did it in your dining room, wasn't it?
In my dining room.
And I was younger then, and I'll never be that young again.
You were very blonde.
That was like an hour that's gone forever.
Moment in time.
Actually, it was longer than an hour. That was a long one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because you had a lot to say.
And I dressed as Cher that night.
Yes, you did.
But not tonight.
No, today you're dressed like a porn star.
I am. This is I don't know what I'm emulating right now. I think that I'm giving you I don't know, some 1970s Linda Lovelace deep throat.
I think it looks good.
I love it.
Yeah, but we should say it's Chad Michaels is joining us tonight.
Duh.
Well, I'm just saying, in case that people don't, who is going to be on Drag Race starting tomorrow?
Yes, season 4. Oh, well, it starts on Logo January 30th at 9 o'clock.
Is that tomorrow?
No, next Monday.
Yes, tomorrow.
But it's coming on quick.
So that's next week then?
That's
next Monday. A week from tonight.
Tomorrow we actually have our premiere party in West Hollywood.
To go out there and do that? Well,
yeah.
Thank God they got that arsonist.
Well, no, I think they caught him though. They got that guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They got that guy, but he was real proud of what he did, wasn't he?
He was scary.
What a fucking psycho. Well, I guess that you got to admire his commitment.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. So it doesn't start, so it starts next Tuesday.
No, next Monday night, girl. Girl, is this on or?
Right? Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, so what's on Tuesday?
Tuesday's our premiere party.
Tuesday is tomorrow.
Red carpet, and we get to see the first episode, and all the girls are there from season 4.
You have not seen any of it?
We haven't seen anything but the teasers on Logo and online.
And on YouTube, my favorite teaser that when you guys do the interior illusions.
Oh, yeah, that just came out.
That's my favorite teaser.
The untucked teaser for season 4.
We're going to talk about that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, because I want to talk about that room.
We'll talk about whatever you want to know.
Yeah. So that's it. So you have a new outfit for tomorrow night, I'm sure.
I do. I actually made my outfit myself this year, and I debated on what to wear because my partner Adam is a designer, and
who is a fierce designer.
He's amazing.
I'm not even going to say.
He's amazing, and we'll talk about him more. But he kind of made something, and I kind of made something, and mine was just really what I wanted to wear. So I feel kind of cheesy, like going to my premiere and all holly hobby about it. I don't give a shit. It's, I've always done shit myself, so why wouldn't it be now too?
Well, you know who used to make their outfits too is Hunter.
Oh, honey, what did you think I learned?
Yeah, Hunter would be there with the glue gun an hour before.
She was the queen of stacking shit 10 feet high, honey. She could make an outfit out of anything and look fabulous.
Yeah, well, she was skinny like you.
Well,
us fat girls, we don't have that.
Runs in the family, girl.
Speaking of fat girls, my top that I'm wearing tonight, I'm announcing to everyone in the world, it's a maternity top.
Well, I couldn't see what color it was outside, but it's very macrame.
I'm not even pregnant.
No.
I swallow, so I can't get pregnant.
Well, see, don't waste.
Just saying.
Well, you wear it well.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just that big that now I look good in maternity.
Well, I'm glad that you can claim it and own it.
Well, I've got to, otherwise I'll read it in some paper blog.
Right, on some blog.
Yeah. So feel you're wearing a maternity dress?
Fill that out, girl.
Yeah. So now tell us about the whole, because when you were on the first time, the lost episode.
Yeah, it is the last episode.
Somewhere.
You had not even thought about going on Drag Race at that point. We talked about Drag Race, but
we talked about Morgan being on Drag Race.
We talked about my daughter Morgan McMichaels being on season 2, and yeah, I mean, it was just kind of a seed at that point. It really was. I had been approached to do season 1. The producers Chris McKim and his and his gang came down to rage to headhunt us one night, and I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what they were expecting. It sounded kind of scary. You know, Rupaul, it's like, wow, I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that in you know, the drag business. So I turned it down, and after seeing season 1 was just kicking myself. So at that point, it kind of fell in my lap to, I had to earn it. You know, you don't really, telling them no, I mean, that doesn't go over real well when you're getting handed an opportunity.
Yeah.
So I had to earn it, and I turned in tapes for season 2 and 3, and they didn't take me for whatever their reasons were, but I busted my ass for season 4, and I made it on.
So what did you do different on the?
You know, I think that on my third shot at being on the show, I think that I just really let my hair down on my audition tape and really let them take a look at who I am. You know, I wasn't so guarded, and showed them more of a variety of what I do, and you know, showed my sense of humor, and just showed them that I could be fuck it all, basically. And that's really what you have to be when you're doing RuPaul's Drag Race. You have to be able to put all of your hang-ups aside and do what's asked of you right then and there.
What's the process like? I mean, do you fill out an application and then you have to send in a video? Or?
Yeah, you know, they give you guidelines of how they want your video to go. They give you content information, what they want you to include, and then from there, it's really kind of up to you to create something that's interesting to them, that makes them want to take a second look at you. And you know, a spot on this show is sacred. It's coveted. People are fighting to. There's already season 5 videos being posted on my page for girls who want to get on next.
We saw that. We saw that earlier today.
Not sitting in a video
So
ever.
Girl, you'd be going home first.
You know, the first time, you know, because this is how we would go. I would introduce, I'd fail the challenge, I'd have to lip sync for my life.
And it's not Reba.
I would just turn around and be like, thank you, and I would leave as soon as they started the music.
But
I would just turn and walk down the runway.
But bitch, even if you go home first, you're on TV, bitch. So
okay, I was just saying,
It's all good.
Because that's what I would be. It would be, I would just walk right out. Lip sync for your life. I'm like, no, I don't.
She was never very good at that.
Still not.
I want to know how many people audition.
You know, I honestly couldn't tell you, but thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that any young go-getter queen out there has put in a tape at one time or another, and I think it's just going to get more and more, you know, the thing to do. I mean, it's, for me, you know, I've been doing this for a while. For the younger generation of queens coming up, this is a big step up for them. This is a big opportunity for them to, you know, get out there, get known, get their name known. But I mean, it's more than that. I mean, it really is an overnight step to stardom and fame in the industry of female impersonation. And you're blessed and lucky if you get chosen for one of the spots on the show.
Right. Now, how many frames so far? Because there's a bunch of Dreamgirls that have been on it.
Yeah, I'm so proud of my cast. We've had 6 girls on the show, including last season's winner Raja, Delta Work, Venus Delight.
Now, we've talked about Raja before.
Yes. Yeah.
I went to meet her. I did not click with her on the show.
I loved her.
Did not click. But now I have met a bunch of people that have met her, and they all love her.
Raja is a unique, exotic creature. She, the thing about Raja is that Raja has been there, done that. She was the head makeup artist on America's Next Top Model for years. She traveled with that show to every city in the world. I mean, so she's very traveled. Her sense of style, I think that her mind is just page after page torn out of Vogue and Elle, and it's cataloged in her brain. She can go to any thrift store and style an outfit that looked like it walked off the runway in Milan. This is where Raja's talent lies. On top of that, she's a glamazon. She's 6'5" plus in heels and hair, beautiful. She knows how to runway. She knows how to model. She knows how to speak. She's amazing, and I'm glad that it wasn't overlooked last season, because she really deserved to win. I mean, she represents the show and what it and RuPaul stands for very well.
I loved her. I know you didn't like her.
I did not.
I totally loved her.
She's an acquired taste, maybe.
Yeah, I would like to meet her. You know what I'm saying? Because
She's amazing. I saw her last night, and she's had quite a life. She toured with Adam Lambert. She did his makeup on his last world tour. So
didn't he just get arrested?
I don't know.
Adam Lambert.
I don't
Yes,
keep
he
up
did.
with Adam Lambert.
He and his boyfriend had a little altercation
in
somewhere.
Amsterdam.
Yes, in
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
But like shit like that just gets blown out of proportion.
happens.
I'm just asking if he got arrested. That's all I wanted to know.
You
I think we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, probably.
Adam Lambert's amazing. He's actually was, this young kid from WeHo, and he actually came to see us when we had our show at Mickey's in West Hollywood. And so when he was Adam Lambert, but not that Adam Lambert that we know today. So I mean, his story is remarkable. Where he came from and where he is now.
Yeah. So you gotta. So you think that because the whole audition thing, and then you got in. How did they let you know? Did they call you or send you a letter?
They Skyped. They Skyped me. They Skyped me, and under the guise that it was just another little ring to jump through. It was another qualification phone call, and they sprung it on me unbeknownst.
See, that's so great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did they do that with all of them, or just they did it differently for everybody?
I'm not sure how they did it with everybody.
Okay,
I really don't know, but that's it was pretty cool. It was amazing. It really took me off guard.
And did they let you know right away who the competition was going to be?
No.
Or no. So when you walked in there, it was like, oh my god.
We had no idea who we would be competing against until you walk into the workroom. You don't know who's going to be there, and there's speculation. And before you leave, you're on your Facebook looking at which queens that are putting up. Oh, I'm leaving for France for a month.
Right.
And then you kind of get.
You can't tell anyone, right?
You can't tell anyone. You're completely gagged, and I was really good.
Odd.
Gagged.
You're gagged. You can't say a word. So yeah.
Because that's what you said, right?
What?
Going to France?
I said I was going to Italy.
Italy,
and
right.
It was believable.
No, it was not.
No, it was because I went there.
No, it went. I didn't believe you.
Mama, sweetheart. Hi. Yeah.
I heard.
I had.
She's going to Italy. I'm like,
Darling, private client in May went to Italy for a week to entertain his share. How you doing?
I'm still saying. I knew right away for a month. I'm
How
like,
you doing?
she is not leaving that show
Bitch.
to go to Italy for a
Adam, am I
month.
lying? Did we not go to fucking Italy?
I'm not saying that you didn't. I was like, I don't know what she's going to be on in a couple of weeks.
West to Lakeside.
Hey, I've been to Ramona.
Thank you.
It's a little bit further. All right, let's take a break.
All right.
Yes.
So then we can come back and talk about more.
RuPaul's Drag Race and Chad Michaels.
And all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hunter.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Hunter.
We are back, and I just found out that Ophelia uses a calendar.
It's for work.
It's for work.
Pretty high tech.
And I'm saying, she's all about that iPad.
You come a long way.
Pretty good.
Thank you. Thank
She
you.
has one of those sidekick things. What is it? What's your phone?
The Sidekick?
The Sidekick.
Which I hate.
I hate my iPhone so much. I had to get one because Logo wants us to tweet and stuff, and we have a little presence, in the world. And I just autocorrect.
I love auto.
They have you seen that website for it?
I almost sent someone a message like that I wanted to douche them after midnight or something. I don't know what it was, but
Hey, that sounds hot.
it was bad.
Okay, this isn't what I wanted.
What are you trying to pull up?
I don't know. I'm trying to find something. You just talk, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Just do whatever it is that you do. Okay, let's talk first off, because I have like a zillion questions.
Okay.
Okay, so when you walked in the room the first time, and you don't have to necessarily tell us the name, because I believe that, like watching, because you can almost see, was there anyone in the room there that you were like,
Well, I mean, without giving too much away, I mean, you look around the room and you size up your competition, but you never know what. Looks can be deceiving. You never know what a queen is capable of. I mean, like I said in my Meet the Queens video, you never know what a girl's going to pull out of her ass and send you home with. I mean, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business or how much experience or skill that you think you have. It's all about what happens there and in the moment in that day. day, and you either do good or you fuck up.
Yeah.
And
On that first day, did you go in there in your best that you thought that you could do?
I went in there. Let's just say I went in there feeling really, really confident. And in charge. I wore what I wanted to wear, and I don't want to give away what it was because it's pretty cool. But
I can't wait.
I was ready to rock and roll when I walked in that room. I was ready for anything.
Do you think some of them played it down a little bit to their strengths, just because they didn't want anybody else to see what they were capable of?
The first day?
Yeah, the first day.
I honestly can't say. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in their heads because we haven't had a chance to knock heads, you know, on our experiences like that. I mean, we were very separated during the show, and we weren't allowed to talk to each other when we weren't on camera. So there's a lot of they do that to preserve, you know, the moments in the show.
We do that too.
I'm sure you do.
We do not talk to each other unless there's a camera.
Yeah.
Text. We text each other.
So
barely.
I think that's important that people understand, and that because you know, like most reality shows,
you know what, reality is very real. It is very real, and you
to the extreme.
Right. And emotions run very high because you're in a fishbowl, and you know, they take you away from home and everybody that your whole support system that you know and love. They take away your cigarettes, your phone, your computer, and they put you all together and just see what happens.
Wait. They took away your cigarettes?
Shut up.
Yeah. We got, you know, the cigarette breaks are few and far between.
Oh hell no.
So it's, you know, it's.
Well, I'm quitting at the end of the month, so that would be fine. But in the meantime, I would be bitter.
It's fabulous, though. It's truly it was truly the experience of a lifetime.
Is there one that you had like a super connection with, like almost instantaneously?
Absolutely, but I can't reveal that because it's revealing storyline.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that. Yeah, see, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't want you to give anything away.
I do have a good friend on the show. I'll just say
because I do like to watch it, and because then I like to watch, you know, how they, you know, like if I was in the room, like you said earlier, you would just go, oh, first bitch out,
right?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I will say that the only, of course, because we are in San Diego and we are all, of course, rooting for Chad Michaels. I don't know who wouldn't be. But the other one that I saw that kind of piqued my interest was Sharon Needles.
Sharon Needles. Yes.
Sharon Needles.
Yes. Sharon Needles is a piece of work.
I was going to say.
Sharon Needles is the spookiest bitch I ever met.
Yeah.
She really is. I tell you, though, you guys are going to enjoy her on the show. You're going to very much enjoy her.
From what I've seen, I cannot wait.
Is there any of them that you think I'm not going to like?
No, because, you know, I
mean, because like last time, I didn't like Raja.
You know, I can't say. I don't know. You're just gonna have to find. You're gonna have to make your own judgment.
I will too. I will. Trust. Not that I'm judgmental.
There's so many. There's so much in store for you and everybody to see. It's gonna be great.
Did they have some really cool guest judges?
They have amazing guest judges, including Kelly Osbourne.
Ooh.
Who is apparently a big fan of the show.
Yes.
And she's just as cool as can be. She's so. And I love Kelly because I loved. I think you know the Osbournes was kind of one of the first reality shows in that format. So I watched that and I love Sharon Osbourne. I think that you know.
Have you met her?
I have not met her, but I would love to. But I love the rock and roll mom, and from watching her on that show, she's such a great mom. She is, and it was so. To watch Kelly, I always thought that she was an interesting character, and you know she did record a couple songs, but to watch her grow up and see this, she's like truly like a butterfly. She's blossomed.
Yeah.
Now she's on that thing with Joan Rivers.
Right.
On E. And,
right.
And on the show she looks beautiful and. Like I said, it's nice to know that we have fans like that. It's like, wow, who would have thought?
That is kind of fun.
You know, that loves us. Like
I've got to meet Sharon twice.
Really?
At the GLAAD Awards, when I go up to LA for the GLAAD Awards, and she is the nicest, most down-to-earth celebrity that I've ever met in my entire. Well, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. But she is just, you know, like she was walking by, and I'm like, I really want a picture, and I didn't have anything ready. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, well, get it, girl. And so I like, you know, like trying to find something and find someone to find the picture. She was just like so cool.
She
and
loves
just,
it. She seems like she'd be a great mom too.
And doesn't she though?
You know?
And she could teach you a lot about sex.
Oh, a lot about everything.
I was gonna say not just about
that
sex.
mama's been around the block, honey.
Okay, I'm just saying. So now you have a partner
I do.
for a while now.
Yeah,
like 2 years.
Yeah, Adam and I have been together for 8 years.
I was gonna go for 2.
Wow.
do you
So
want
you started
cheap
dating
in
when
it?
you were 12.
Cheaping it.
I would never cheapen him. I need him to do some work for me, but so I think he's far better than you.
She's talking about manual labor in her yard.
Yeah, no. So now you obviously, when you were doing the show, couldn't talk to him.
No.
Like,
We were cut off for the time I spent on the competition. We were cut off of communication.
see, now that would be like, I think, the worst.
It's
Because you
hard.
guys are very, very, very close,
We're
which
very
I think
close.
is one of the things I admire about your relationship more than, you know, from day one, you guys have always been together, and you see one, you see the other one, and, you know.
Yeah, it was hard not to be able to talk to him or see him, but we knew, you know, going into, you know, after I was accepted, what was going to be happening, and you know, we had some really, you know, good communication beforehand, and it was a concern to me, and I even worried about it when I was, you know, on the show. You know, how's he doing? What's he doing? Is he okay? Is he lonely? Is he bored? Is he, you know, is his mind wandering? You know, you think about all those things, but you know, I think that in a relationship, the first and foremost thing you have to have is trust, and I definitely have that. So, you know.
And I bet when you got home, there was some good.
It was a good honey, before we even got home.
I'm just saying.
Before we even got home.
Yeah, you're like, hello. Yeah.
Rest stop.
Before we even got home. Yeah.
That's great.
It was, and so yeah.
How was being able to maintain communication? Were you even able to, or no? You're not allowed to.
No, they take your phone and they take the phone out of your room at the hotel. They don't even want us speaking to each other when we're not on set. So no.
So who do you talk to?
Yeah, you listen to your headphones.
Sock puppets.
You listen to your headphones and you watch TV and you chill and you strategize and you head fuck yourself, and you just have lots of time to think about what's on its way, and there's a lot on its way.
Yeah, see, that's why I would leave.
Yeah.
I would like.
You wouldn't last a week, girl.
No, I would be like my head out of the door of the hotel, looking for the maid. Be like, come clean my room. Come talk to me.
Bring me a magazine or something.
Yeah, do something.
You know, but yeah, you have to be ready for it when you go into doing it. You have to be ready for the isolation and for the head. It's really a head fuck. It really is.
So, do you think the room, which I can't think of, the untucked room?
Oh, the Interior Illusions Lounge?
Interior Illusions Lounge.
Right. What is that? I mean, how was that for you? Because that is the one which I love Drag Race, I love the show, I love all of that. But that has been the one part of the whole entire
That
thing
you don't really
that I
like.
am the most critical of.
Okay. What is it that you're critical?
I don't think that queens are really like that.
Oh.
I mean, I know that.
All I'll say is that I just said reality is pretty real, and it was pretty fucking real.
See, I just think, because maybe because I don't compete.
You put 13 queens in a room, all competing for a $100,000 cash prize, and you see what happens.
Yeah, well, see, that's yeah.
See what happens.
Throw that money
And they
on
don't
the
have
table.
cigarettes, and they can't talk to him. I mean, that kind of makes more sense to me now.
You
but,
know, and yeah.
Yeah, see, I just think, because we were just looking at that little video behind the, of the Dreamgirls and whatnot. That, it's fun, and it's when you're back there, and it doesn't have that whole.
It's because you're all working in the same show, and you're
nasty
it's
feeling.
It's for the same purpose. On this show, it's like everybody's for the prize. I'm not trying to be your best friend.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think I would do good at competition.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, you see, they might want to keep me around for that because I can,
I'll say that this season has a lot of bitching and a lot of drama, but there's also a lot of heart this season. And
Really? See, now that I hope.
It's
'cause I
very
love
much
that.
different from any of the other 3 seasons. I can definitely tell you that from being there firsthand, and I think that people are going to fall in love with season 4 and everybody in it.
That's what I loved. I was telling Chad that I saw the little clip that they put out, the promo of the Interior Illusions Lounge, and the first like 45 seconds they made it seem like everybody was all in love with each other, and it's all unicorns and rainbows, and then the claws come out.
Now, when did you start drinking?
We're obviously sponsored by Absolute.
Right.
Please drink responsibly.
Thank you.
And we're very grateful for that because Absolute does pretty much a lot for RuPaul's Drag Race. They fund the show, so thank you so much.
I love Absolute.
And drink Absolute, and there's so many fabulous new flavors. We're selling vodka here, people. We're selling vodka.
If you would like to be
In fact,
sponsor
I'm drinking some right now.
you can email me.
The drinking is exclusive to the Interior Illusions Lounge, and you'll have to tune in to see how much we drink.
Well, I'm sure you drink a lot. I mean,
You kind of
I'm
have
just
to.
saying, we drink. We're drinkers.
Sure. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, after you have to lip sync for your life, I can only imagine.
I
that you
would
need,
not
like,
lip sync for my life. First off, I would just leave.
I would say that but one thing that we all laughed about is that at the end of the challenge, boy, that cocktail is like the beacon at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Give me. And I'm not a drinker, and I really have quit drinking over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And I went on the show saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna have a cocktail, honey." Here's what I did. I had a cocktail. Believe me,
Yeah.
I did. I had a cocktail.
I would have several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really took the edge off, and it was like a little reward. So thank you, Absolute.
Yeah.
We love Absolute.
And I'm sure you had more than just a cocktail.
Well, tune in and see. Thank you, Absolute.
Yeah. I'm sure you drink a lot of Absolute. Just saying. Yeah, it's very exciting.
I think we have to take a break, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about what you talked about in your video that they put on, the first one, about Hunter and how you got started in drag and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back.
Awesome.
We're back. We had a little break.
And everything is still recording.
I'm
just
so,
saying.
yeah.
I peed, you smoked. We're good to go.
We're good.
Yeah. Well, because it's my last week to smoke.
It is your last week to smoke.
What?
I'm gonna get
I
quitting
know,
next
that's
week. Yeah.
what I said.
I'm on Wellbutrin.
What's your plan?
Oh, what do you mean?
What's your plan to quit smoking?
Drugs.
Well, I'm doing the Wellbutrin.
Okay.
And, slowly been, like I no more smoking in my car. And I was supposed to stop smoking in my house this week, but
So how's that going for you? Are you making progress?
I have been smoking in that.
Because I'm a smoker, and I'll tell you, it's the hardest thing to kick, and I've tried, and I can't do it yet.
Well, the Wellbutrin actually makes it, because I will tell you what the Wellbutrin has done for me. Is I don't like the smell of it
Really?
anymore.
Oh.
Like it used to not bother me.
So now, has it had any weird psychological effects on you? Do you feel suicidal?
No.
I asked the same thing because I did Wellbutrin like 4 years ago and had a seizure driving in my car to the hole and almost killed myself.
Wow.
So
Yeah, no.
I hope that doesn't
Two ends
happen
of the
to you.
spectrum right here, right?
Just saying.
Yeah,
As I smoke away, do you feel bad for me though that she's going to stop smoking and I still have to do a show with her?
It's tough. It's tough.
I hope that you're.
I mean, yeah.
She's
I'm a
gonna
bitch
anyway.
either way, so what does it matter?
If you're trying to quit smoking, anybody close to you that's smoking it makes it that much harder. It really-
Well, see, that's just it. I don't really. I can almost name on a hand how many people smoke.
Well, we've all been shamed into quitting. I mean, you can't even fucking smoke in your own car with the windows rolled up anymore.
That's true. That
And
is true.
I get it, and I get that people want clean air, and then I some sort of civil rights involved. But Jesus Christ, I mean,
Yeah.
It's outside. You can't smoke at the
I'm
park.
already ashamed enough.
So what did you? So going back to smoking and doing the show because you said you couldn't smoke.
Yeah.
So even at the hotel, you can't smoke at the hotel.
You can smoke at the hotel, but I mean, and I had this fucking room, and they've got those windows that are screwed down. So
Well, they don't want anybody to kill themselves.
They don't want anybody jumping out. They don't want any kids falling out the window. But honey, trust. I had my little kit with me, and I figured out how to jimmy rig that little sucker over the edge. I had my himself a walk-off balcony.
Oh my
An
God.
ashtray.
Is that like
it
a
was
fire
just a
escape?
ledge.
It was a bastardized balcony. It was a balcony with no access. So if you jumped over the ledge, you could sit down and like duck the black security lady that
Oh, because I was gonna say.
faced the premises every night.
Yeah, because if it was a guy, you could probably get away with it. But
Yeah, I felt like a criminal.
the girls, you just can't.
No, they're not having it.
Yeah. All right. So, have you going back to the thing online? Have you been following what people have been saying about all of the contestants?
No.
And you have not read any of it.
RuPaul told us on the
think
show,
that's good.
what other people think of you is none of your business.
Thank
Right.
you.
I agree with
And
that.
I took him for real, and I have absolutely, can honestly say and look you straight in the eye, I have not logged onto one blog regarding me or any of the contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race.
So that's good.
I've seen, we have a special room on Facebook that's just for Drag Race contestants.
Right.
So, and we've had a few video reviews that are posted. One from two drag queens in England who we all love, and we love you guys, Miss Ferocia. They're flawless, and they reviewed us and they roasted us, and we love you for it. There's another green bitch who I won't.
Oh.
I'm not even going to mention her name.
That's the one I posted on your wall.
I love her because I love her, and she is a legend in the industry. However, she really came for us, and she hurt people's feelings. And I'll say it, you dirty bitch, you skipped me, and I feel slighted. No, let me tell you why.
I was gonna say.
Let me tell you why, you green bitch. I feel slighted because I wanted my roast. So if you find it in your black little heart to sign back on to log back online and include me in that roast, I would really appreciate hearing what you have to say because I loved it. You dirty green bitch.
And can I just say, you may call her a dirty green bitch, head of lettuce.
Head of lettuce.
Head of lettuce.
We love you, girl.
I'm just saying you're kind of like cabbage.
But
right
I
now.
don't know. But the thing about it is, and like I talked about it with the girls, did she skip me because she respects me, or did she skip me because I'm so fucking boring? That's what
Well, you're anything but boring.
No.
But, yeah.
It could go either way, but whatever.
I
girl.
think she hit her time limit because
Maybe.
on
She
YouTube
skipped
there's
me.
10 minutes.
She skipped me and she skipped Alisa.
I think she ran out of time.
She may have.
She doesn't get an hour like
It
we
might
do.
have been a subliminal head fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, because I actually, because I don't read a lot about what people write about me either, because, well, it's usually true and
and really bad.
and, yeah, it's true and bad, but I did read, when I was going through, I got caught up in reading of what they were saying. I was like, how dare
They let me
you?
have it, huh?
They did. There was something that I'm like,
You know what?
who do you think you are?
The thing about
so
it
I
is,
was not
honey-
going to respond. I was going to be like, oh no, you
Yeah,
did.
girl, Evelyn's been up on there. Evelyn's a good old girlfriend of mine.
I love
and
her.
she is not to be fucked with.
No, she's not.
She's up there defending my honor on the line, and I appreciate that. But you know what? I went into this knowing, once this shit comes out, we are merely fodder for conversation,
Right.
And that's fine. And there's nothing that anybody can say about me that I haven't already thought about myself. To be quite honest with you, over the last 20 years of trying to be good in this business and be professional. I mean, you have your highs and your lows, and I've been as low as I can be, and have at it. Take a hunk out of this ass. You know what? I'll see you on TV. How you doing? It's fine.
Yeah, no, so it is kind of funny, but I'm glad you brought up the head of lettuce thing.
Yeah, it's funny. I love it, and we all loved it. We all thought it was funny. I mean, thank you. I mean, that's a tribute to us. I mean, good, bad, ugly, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And
when-
she's been a judge on the show.
No, absolutely not, bitch. You're never gonna be a judge on the show.
No,
girl.
wasn't head of lettuce on the show?
No, she wasn't.
On one of the seasons?
No, she
Who was
wasn't.
the drag queen that was a judge?
Lady Bunny's been on.
Was she on Drag Race?
Yeah, Lady Bunny.
On Drag Race?
Yeah.
Drag You.
Oh, she was on Drag
No,
You.
not on Drag Race. No, honey. Darling, Mother Rue. No.
Mother Rue.
Why the fuck would RuPaul put another drag queen on the judging panel?
Oh, well, she had Santino.
That's another story, but honey, no. No, RuPaul
Did you get to,
owns
speaking
it.
of Santino, did you get to talk to him?
Yeah.
Because he is hot in a, I would totally do him
Santino's
in the
hot
most
in
weirdest
like
way.
a Rasputin kind of way. Like he is. He's like some Russian czar that
And
would
so
like
you would-
drain your blood.
So
and-
if you were single,
If I was single,
Would you do him?
No.
Oh, I totally would.
Well, that's the difference between you and me.
I totally would do him. There's something about him. I'm just like,
You just want him to make it
God,
with
that
dress.
would be fun. No, I don't agree with that. I'm like, there's something about him that I'm just like, that would be
cool.
fun.
Santino's cool. I loved being judged by Santino. And a little known fact that maybe you don't know about Santino, he's really big into health. He's a very health conscious.
Is he like vegan or?
I don't know that much, but I follow his tweets, and he has a lot of good advice, health-oriented, health-conscious advice.
Like not smoking.
Like, absolutely not smoking.
Well, I'm totally gonna find him. I didn't know he was on Twitter.
Santino Rice?
I don't really Twitter, but I will follow him.
Well, that's because you only Foursquare.
I will tweet him maybe.
Do
even.
it.
I'll
He
try.
probably won't respond, but do it.
You don't think he will?
He's got you. Well, I mean, honey, these people like him, they get so many tweets, they could never possibly respond to them all. Probably much less read them all.
I could become a stalker.
You could.
I love yours as Chad Michaels 1 because somebody has already hosted the Chad Michaels at Chad Michaels and you can't have it.
I wonder who that is. That's weird.
I know.
Yeah, I'm
that
Chad
sucks.
Michaels 1 on Twitter.
Maybe you can get a blue check from them now.
Maybe.
Verified.
My Twitter's going slow, but I'm not real concerned about it.
No, trust. It'll get there.
My Twitter is going really slow.
She only Foursquares. She doesn't really Twitter.
See, Foursquare, I don't get it, and I don't want to get it.
See,
It's too
thank you.
much. I don't
Amen.
want- You know,
Amen.
like Twitter and with Grindhouse, Grinder. I've been married for 8 years.
Grindr.
Yeah.
But like, it just seems like a stalker's best friend. Like, do you really want that psychotic bitch knowing exactly where you are 24 hours a day?
Well, you know what I don't get
really.
about Grindr, and I don't get about Scruff. I'm on both of them.
Scruff? Isn't that for lesbians?
No, Scruff is for the hairy men.
Oh, no,
The
that's
hairy-
Muff.
Yeah, that's Muff. But whenever I go on there, I get instantly, oh, hey girl, what are you doing? Yeah, so it totally doesn't work for me. Or I get, you're really masculine. I'm like, oh, delete.
Don't want to meet you.
Yeah, I don't get them. But you know, the thing that I have a problem with is that, you know, I was saying this on a show not too long ago. Eventually, we're going to have a new class to teach eye contact 101. Like,
We are so in our boxes,
Yeah.
in our bubbles. I know. Now it's different now. It really is, and we've seen it change. It's kind of scary.
speaking of change,
Yes.
let's go back to where you started.
Yeah, I mean,
and where you are.
We're sitting here where I started, and on the way down here, I was talking to Adam and saying how ironic it is that on the eve of the premiere party for this whole RuPaul's Drag Race thing,
Where your life will change.
that I've had the opportunity to be a part of. I am at the bar I started performing in 20 years ago, doing this interview with you.
Wow. On this
stage.
On this stage.
Well, there was a stage. Now it's the VIP area, but it was a stage, yeah.
This stage.
The door was right over there.
The door was, and yeah, we did our little quick changes right here, and there was tables in the front and on the side, and there was booths on the wall, and it was dark. It was gold and brown and dark and dank, and it stunk, and it was
stunk.
fabulous.
Oh my God, did it stink?
It was so weird. It was great.
Who did you perform with then?
Well, I mean, the first person I ever saw do drag was Hunter.
Yeah.
Who turned out to be my drag mother, you know, at the end of it all. And so I'm right here doing, first night I saw him doing Liza Minnelli and Annie Lennox, and fell in love and was captivated, but also thought, I can do that too. And he helped me do it. So, yeah.
See, I didn't think I could do it.
Well, I don't know. I knew I could. I mean, I was, I remember the memory of on the bread box school bus in 6th grade hearing Borderline, Holiday, Madonna, you know, the first run when it was on the radio for the first time, being obsessed with that, finding a wig in my mom's, my mom's been a hairdresser her whole life, in the garage that looked just like Madonna's hair from Who's That Girl, and lip syncing in the mirror, and you know, the whole dramatics, the theatricalness of it, it's always been a part of my life. So I mean, for it to turn into a career, it was almost a no-brainer, I guess. But lucky that I've been able to parlay it into something that I can make a living at.
Right. But the difference too is that you're a performer. You mean you really are a performer?
And I love to perform.
Yeah, and I'm not a performer.
Sure, you're a personality.
Yeah,
You're a personality.
I mean, there's a total, you know. So when I met Hunter, who wanted me to come and do this, I was like, oh no, you know. But I was also at Delon.
Yeah.
You know, so I was Hunter Delon. little trio.
Dawn was the glamour queen in the Dreamgirls show at the time, and she did Madonna and Betty Davis and all kinds of all the blondes, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. So Delon is the one who was like, you cannot perform, like you can't lip sync, you can, but you're funnier than shit, right? And so
but Hunter really, got me started, taught me everything that all the important things that I needed to know, and really is the person that I have to thank for inspiring.
What was your first performance that you did?
My first performance was Taylor Dane, and With Every Beat of My Heart, and since then I've had the opportunity to meet her several times, and I've told her, and she thinks it's the funniest thing, and she loves it, and I still have pictures that hopefully I'm going to run into her with sometime when I actually have the pictures to show her. It's cool.
That's very cool.
And one of the things that everybody knows you for, certainly here and in Vegas and everywhere you perform, is Cher.
Cher, yeah.
How much was Cher a huge part of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Cher, the biggest thing that I knew that I had to overcome going into RuPaul's Drag Race was my reputation as being pretty much first and foremost and only a Cher impersonator. Anybody who knows me and who has seen me performing for all these years knows that I do this huge variety of things, but when I get booked out of state, it's usually strictly to do a Cher show, 3 or 4 Cher numbers, and I go in a Cher, I leave a Cher, I take pictures of Cher, but there's so many more aspects to me, and I knew that going into that. The judges knew it, RuPaul knew it, and I had a lot to prove to them that I'm not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
And believe me, I am first and foremost a Cher impersonator, and always will be, because doing that has made everything in my life possible, from the clothes on my back to the car I drive to the house I live in. I owe to Cher, and being able to look like her and impersonate her on stage, and for her not ever, she knows who I am, she knows what I do, for not shutting me down and saying, you're a man, you're using my music, you're using my likeness, thank you for everything. And so that will always be where the main focus of my attention lies in my career. It will always be bringing Cher to people to the best of my abilities, and not as a joke, and not as the limp-wristed, lipping Cher that people like to portray as her stereotype, as Cher as she is, JPC, just plain Cher. I owe it to her for it to be as real and as true as it can be.
Right.
So that's will always be my main thing.
How did you decide to do Cher?
Hunter put me in drag as Cher for the first time. Nicole, who was the creator of the show and the producer of the show at the time, required that you do celebrity lookalikes to be in the show. Period. So Hunter, figured that out for me, and he did my makeup one night, and it went from there.
Is that really? So here's how you do the makeup, and then you just have to kind of learn from that?
Yeah, I mean, he had to adapt it to my face that night, but then, I mean, it's always been a work in progress. I mean, it's always something you practice, and if you're away from it too long, your skills get dusty.
Right.
And it's something. It's a learned skill that you have to upkeep. You can't let it go. It's a craft. You can get rusty.
Unlike what I do. I'm just saying. No. I was telling her when I got here, and Adam, when I walked in, and Kurt, I told a lot of people, I did my face twice tonight. Because first, you make me so nervous when you're on here, because I'm always in awe of you. I mean, as long as I've known you. I mean, performing-wise, to me, there's, no one.
Thank you.
And so I'm like, I want to look really good, Chad's going to be on. He's going to be fabulous and fierce. And I'm like, I'm going to do something a little more dramatic with my makeup.
I found that if, it doesn't matter if you take an hour or 10 minutes to do it, it usually ends up looking the same. So I'm getting a little bit looser as I get older.
Well, you wouldn't have liked the first look. I'm like, I'm going to do bigger eyebrows. And I don't even know what I had
Joan
going
Crawford,
on.
honey.
Yeah, so it was all off, and here I am. So it was very cool.
That's cool. Cute that you did that.
Yeah, I tried. And then I put on my maternity wear, and out the door I went.
And you're like, boobs look big, good to go. My boobs will be bigger than hers.
Yeah.
That's
because the difference, what I really got was, and we've talked about this a lot, and other performers, and Hunter, and so many, is that I appreciate what they do. And what I've always gotten from you and from other people is they always appreciate what I do, and that it's not It's never a competition.
No, and the drag, the array of personalities and what people do in the drag world, it's so varied, and I've always loved that. I celebrate the diversity, that everybody has their thing, and my thing is Cher, your thing is you're Ophelia, you're the personality of San Diego, you host contests and fundraisers, and everybody has their place, and there's room for everybody. And the nice thing about something like RuPaul's Drag Race, and especially what you're going to see with season 4, is the variety of queens from across the country and what they do and their stories, and how all that comes together when they put all of us together, and it's this gorgeous drag soup, and you guys are gonna love it. And it's different. It's different than the last 3 seasons. It's a different feel. There's a different message, and it's fun. You guys are gonna love it.
I'm so excited. Even producer Kurt said we have to be done by 9 o'clock every Monday so he can be over at Moe's for Drag Race.
Right, which we're gonna talk about. So
yes,
they are gonna show that at Moe's every Monday.
Yeah, starting every Monday night right here in San Diego at Urban Moe's on University Avenue. We're having the official San Diego viewing party for RuPaul's Drag Race season 4. You guys can come on down starting at 7 o'clock, get something to eat, order a cocktail. I'm gonna be doing a couple numbers during the night, and we're gonna be showing that week's episode at 9 p.m. every Monday night. I'll be there every other week, and when I'm not there, Paris, what's her full name now? She changed her name. Paris Sakomi, you know her. She is the go-go boy wrangler extraordinaire at Riches, and she's fabulous, and she'll be there when I'm not there too. And Glitz Glam is going to be there. Our newest resident over at Urban Moe's. Glitz is he's on the hostess bar now.
Glitz is like,
we love us some Glitz.
Glitz and Sharon Needles are going to fucking be like 2 peas in a pod, baby. 2 peas in a pod.
We just saw her. Glitz Glam
on Thursday when we did our show.
Right.
Glitz is
I love her. She cracks me up.
Glitz represents a whole new era in drag. I mean, she's one of the kids who is doing something completely different with drag, and is becoming more and more of the norm now. The shock drag, the I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm gonna look and how I want to look, and
she always looks fabulous though.
So speaking of that, because I know we're running out of time, but who of the upcoming queens around do you watch?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think
where?
Like just around, like mainly here in San Diego, or
the younger queens? Is that who you're talking about? Like
the younger queens?
Yeah, because I never thought that I would be old enough to say that. Now I look at it. You see, now I look at the queens and I'm like, oh, that bitch is taking my place. Like that is gonna be.
I don't know. I don't know. It's I think it's dying art a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of kids coming up, but they got to figure out where they're going. I think that they need to figure out what they want to do with it. It's if you want this to be a career and a profession, it's not about running around in a tube top and a mini skirt with no pantyhose on and just running the street and go out and partying. You gotta get a game plan, and you have to figure out how you're gonna entertain people. I mean, you can be a personality and all that, but there's so much that you can do with it, and I encourage all the young kids to find their place and find their talent and whatever it is, and bank on it. Bank on what you're good at. If you want to do drag, throw in another aspect of it and do what you're good at. If you juggle, fucking juggle. If you sing, sing. If you dance, dance. If you do characters, do characters. But make yourself marketable, and you can parlay it into a living if you really want to, and if you really commit yourself to it, you can.
No, total.
So yeah,
I agree.
So tell us again, when does it premiere? Next Monday?
RuPaul's Drag Race season 4 premieres next Monday night, January 30th on Logo at 9 p.m. and I will be at Urban Moe's San Diego for the first official viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race season 4 next Monday night.
And then every other Monday after that.
Every other Monday after that, yes.
Fabulous. And then where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook, Chad Michaels fan page, and also Chad Michaels as Cher. I've also got my rickety old website that has not been revamped yet, but it's there, and there's lots of Cher pictures on there. Actually, the majority of my Cher stuff is on there at www.chadmichaels.com.
And you are all over YouTube, which I did browse through quite a bit today. So.
There's a lot on YouTube that I don't want people to see. So
only the good
everybody
stuff.
Don't go on YouTube and watch my videos. And everybody, please don't Google any photos of me on Google.
Okay.
And I know that you'll all comply, and I'll thank you in advance.
No, I'm gonna do it right now. What are you talking about?
Right now. Google.
I don't know how to get to Google. I'll figure it out.
Oh, thank you for doing this again.
Yes.
I'm so excited that you
Thanks
came
for
back.
having me. It was a pleasure, and like I said, it was good timing on the eve of everything that's going to be going down.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
Will you remember me?
Honey, I'll always remember. You guys are my heart. This is
just saying.
from
When you're big and famous,
God.
can we come to the crowning or the awards?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, whatever.
It's just a prediction, a personal prediction.
know.
I'm just saying.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Right. I know
You know, when you
nothing.
get your own show on the network,
Right,
will you like have
I
us?
hope so.
You know, we were on Logo once.
Yeah, we were.
What did you guys do on Logo?
Bump.
Oh, yeah, fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Good
Once.
times. Everybody watch RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4. You're going to love it.
And
All
the
right.
Untucked.
And Untucked.
Tell you all, that just goes, that's like bread and butter.
Right?
Yeah, see, I don't have that on my DVR, but I might put it on my DVR.
You can't
probably gonna have to.
Because I stopped watching it, because
Because you have like
I'm about
96% on your
love.
DVR.
So are
I
we.
love.
So are we. We're all about love.
All right, cheers.
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 Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you, San Diego.
All right.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you for your
We'll
support.
see you on Thursday. Thank you.
What's Thursday?
My God, she's stoned.